Thanks.
Yeah.
What's going on, champ?
Ain't nothing, man. Another day. Another day.
Hey, man, how you feeling?
Man, I feel great, man. I feel good about life, man.
How that weather out there, man? How that weather out there in SC, man?
Hey, look, it's sunny right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? That freeze thing done went away, but it still got a little breeze though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what's
Still
up, man.
still got a little breeze, you heard?
It's a little chilly here, man. But it's some heat going on right now, man, that we need to discuss, man.
What's going
You
on,
know what I'm saying?
brother?
You know what's going on. Cam, Cam, man. Cameron came back with a rebuttal for Jim Jones. I
Yeah, I
said, man,
heard
I
that,
gotta call
man.
my brother. We gotta discuss this one. It
Listen,
got a
I
little.
heard it. It was crazy. Listen, man, I remember about like 8 years ago, I actually met Jim Jones at
Mhm,
CIAA back when CIAA used to be in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
And that was a cool dude, man. He was about the only one that was kind of down to earth with it. But
mhm.
I thought about the whole thing, and I was like, he just put that record out called Harlem,
Yeah.
right? So I went and I did some research on about how much advertisement you would have to pay. It is what it is to promote you, just to speak about you or promote you. Can you imagine? Cameron spent about 4 or 5 minutes speaking about Jim Jones, right?
Mhm.
And he said a couple of things. He said that he wasn't really from Harlem. Jim know where he from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cam spoke about, his grandmother house. He spoke about, a lot of inconsistencies of what Jim was saying in the other interview, respectfully, right?
Right.
But I did a weird thing. I clicked and I went to Jim Jones to see if he had a rebuttal. Guess what I saw when I clicked Jim Jones?
The Harlem record.
Harlem.
Harlem. Right.
So it's like, to me, he gave him some of the biggest promotion for the record
Yeah.
that you could ever think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Was
I don't
this
think.
a was this a plan, or did it just happen like that?
I think it just happened like that. I think what he said. I'm a fan of all. Right. I'm a fan of
Yeah,
all of them.
me
Right.
too.
And
Me too.
Cam, the things that Cam said that kind of resonated with me is the things I'm used to Cam being kind of like, I'm gonna say, childish sometimes and petty. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
used to him doing that, and then, like this time he kind of like grown manned it. You get what I'm saying? He grown manned it in the sense that I was looking at that because I did time. So he the thing he said about, yo, you got dudes like jeopardizing their freedom. You get what I'm saying? Whether
yeah,
that's true or not, we see dudes allegedly or whatever. We can't say allegedly because the dudes is locked up, right? So I'm like,
yeah,
yo, that right there kind of resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, I'm looking at the things that Jim do in the community, um, from working with young artists, some of the philanthropy work he do. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was kind of comical too. You get what I'm saying with Mace with the popcorn. But all in all, man, I just hope that at some point, I think they too old to kind of like quickly reconcile their differences because dudes be setting their ways. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think also, man, like that speaks to when you have a relationship with someone, man, and the other person is kind of fed up of not responding. You know what I mean? If if one person responds socially and the other person always try to take the high road, then it'll make it seem like the one that's responding socially is right. Know what I'm saying? Or they speaking their truth, and the truth is what it is. And the one that's not saying nothing, they saying nothing because they know that the person that's speaking is right. And sometimes people just they gotta let that thing go, man. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
just gotta tell the truth. Um, But yeah, man, I hate that it's happening like that, but I do resonate with the when Cam said that you be sending people on dummy missions. I don't believe in brothers going on dummy missions and
Right.
getting locked up. And that's my whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is to actually speak against, you know, whether it hits you or not, anyone that is propagating that type of idea to young people. Know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I think that's something that I believe when he said that thing about, I think he talked about what male matrix, and he talked about the other brothers Shotty and all of them, like,
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? At right now, I bet you them guys that is in prison wish they would have chose another idea right now. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that too. That's the thing about going to prison, man. When you got to sit down, you get all that time to think. You get a lot of time to think about what you should have done, what you wouldn't have done. You get what I'm saying? So I just hope that this stays where it's at. It don't lead to nobody getting pressed or some violence or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they are brothers from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? They came up in the game together. And it's Cam said he not doing what you doing. Everybody just keep doing what y'all doing because y'all pushing the culture forward anyways. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
That's
man.
I mean we don't have to spend too much time on it because we already see what's happening with it. And if it's just good press, Votto said it the other day when I interviewed him, man, ain't no such thing as bad press. You get what I'm saying? So
Nah,
it's gonna work out in all their favors. They all hustlers, they all from Harlem. I wish for them to keep doing their thing. And anything else you want to say about that?
nah, that was it for me right there, man. Just I hope they are able to, at least behind the scenes, man, reconcile it, get it together, because everything ain't for the public.
Right, right. So
Yeah.
moving on, man. Um, I know you've been seeing what's going on in the media about them fires in LA, the wildfires in LA.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna say something, man. Rest in peace to Delise Curry, right? She
Mm-hmm.
was a 95-year-old lady
Right.
that was a black Hollywood star, right?
Mm-hmm.
She played in the movie The Ten Commandments,
Mm-hmm.
right? The old movie The Ten Commandments, right?
Right.
The classic. And she also played in the movie The Blues Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Alongside Aretha Franklin. And I was listening to that story, and I was like, we got to teach our elderly people how to pay attention to their cell phone, because her daughter got on MSNBC and
Mm-hmm.
spoke about how that there was a evacuation alert that came via text message
Right.
at 3 something, at like 3:30, like ample amount of time for evacuation. But she said that a mother, and she said that elderly people in general just don't pay attention to their cell phone, don't really bother with the cell phone, don't want to mess with the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And the alert came through the cell phone. So
Mm.
she can only assume that she just didn't get the message to evacuate. So
Right.
rest in peace to her, because her daughter had, when it was over, her daughter went to her house, man, and had to see that she actually had burnt to death, man, and her house
Right.
burnt down and she burnt to death. And I'm like, I thought about it. I said, we need to teach our mothers and our grandmothers the importance on how to use their phone, how to go on their phone and make sure that they notifications is on, because you just
Right.
never know. Know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if that's the only way you're able to communicate with them.
Yeah, rest in peace. And I send my condolences to all, but
Yeah, to
that's just an
all the families that lost property, lost family members. It's a tragic event, man, and it's that's crazy, man. Because it's I was looking at it as like on one side of America is fire, on the other side is
it's
cold. You
free.
know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
extremely cold. Like that's an odd combination. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was reading up on it, and I'm looking at the effects, um, how it affects the environment in terms of agriculture. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? in
Uh-huh.
terms of people losing property, health wise, as far as your lungs, it affecting your lungs and the breathing, it affecting the water.
Yep.
It's just a lot of negative effects that's gonna have on LA. So I hope that you know I don't really want to get political, but I you know what I'm saying, I hope this dude when he come in office, you know what I'm saying, he's able to help them people on that side.
Well, they've been
Because
talking about, like I said, I don't want to get political, but they've been talking about the climate change thing.
mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I just hope that we can figure this thing out, because a fire that just come about. I don't know how it happened. It just generate on its own, and then it kills like a bunch of people. That's amazing to me. So we definitely got to figure out how we can get that together right there, man.
Yeah, they were saying there was some speculation about some people starting the fires. Did
Yeah,
they make
like
an arrest? They arrested somebody. I don't remember his name, but they arrested somebody. Um, yeah, that's just crazy, man. I really never looked into it to like now, because it's really a serious matter. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah, you could
it's
flick
been
you.
ongoing. It's never been
Yeah, this
going
is
on
something.
this
Yeah, this
long.
is yeah. You could flick a cigarette out, and you know what I mean. Anything, any type of inflammable can cause
Yeah,
a
they said
fire out there.
campfires, all type of
Homeless,
stuff,
they could
man.
homeless population.
Yeah, that
You know what I
too.
mean?
That too. Yeah, but that's not looking good. So, man, our prayers and our thoughts and our prayers go out to the families that's affected, impacted by by those fires out there. Um, Going to a little sports, man. You know what I'm saying, to kind of lighten it up. Yesterday, I was kind of expecting Minnesota, man, to win.
Yeah,
You know,
I was expecting Minnesota too. I ain't gonna hold you, man. And also I'm gonna tell you, man. I was watching the Bucks and the now Commanders, right?
right.
So I was watching it, and I was like, ah, man, this game's over. Bucks got it.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up the next day, they lost by 3.
Yo, that boy, Jaden Daniels, man, he real deal. For him to be a rookie, he been in the league for like 4 years.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, he's not afraid to just be who he is. Like, I know a lot of the prototypical quarterbacks and coaches want the quarterback to stay in the pocket, and they want them to use their legs like as a last resort.
Right.
My man Daniels is like, bro, I got to get it, and I got to get it right now.
Yeah, I
So
gotta
when he
create
see the
opportunity.
opening,
Yeah. Yeah.
he out of there. When he see the opening, he out of there.
I like him. So overall, I mean, for my team, you see who I'm rocking, Buffalo.
Oh
We
yeah,
play we play the Baltimore Ravens Sunday. So yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
I
That's
don't.
gonna be a good one.
You already know that one right there. That one right there is like is you got the Ravens, you got the Bills, you got both them quarterbacks is crazy.
They both in the race for the MVP, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Who you got winning the MVP?
Lamar, you know what? My heart says Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
but then I look at the political aspect of the NFL, and sometimes I just don't know if it's going to be Lamar Jackson. Even though in my heart I'm saying Lamar Jackson. Know what I'm saying? It's out of them two. It's out of Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. But then I look at it like, who do the NFL feel like could be the best face for the MVP? And so I don't know, but I'm saying Lamar Jackson.
He got. I mean, he got two already. He has two. Um, he doesn't have a better record than Josh Allen. They got to come to Buffalo to play. So you know, his stats is he kind of edged Josh Allen with stats, but he got more turnovers. Um, I don't know. I don't think he has more rushing touchdowns than Josh Allen.
I
I don't
don't
think
think
so.
he's going to be able to take that Buffalo weather right now.
I don't know. I
Yo,
don't
yo,
think
that
so either.
Buffalo,
I don't think so.
that Buffalo weather is crazy.
Yeah, we from the USA. Whoever Leo Nikolic,
Yeah.
Yeah, we from the USA. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to take that weather. That's gonna be a factor. That's gonna be one of
Yeah.
the major factors. So
Yep.
I think whoever win that is gonna win the Super Bowl. I don't think nobody in the NFC once that team once they beat once whatever team win that game, that team can beat KC. KC might have their problems with the Texans because the Texans is, they playing with like they ain't got nothing to lose. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year, right?
Yeah, it's in New Orleans. Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
And they
So
got
I
a
I
dome.
don't I don't know. So who you think coming out of the NFC?
Mm. You already know who I think. The only team that could come out.
Who who gonna come out of the NFC? Tampa not there. Who you talking about? You got another team now?
Nah, Tampa's gone, brother. The
Right.
Chiefs.
So no, the Chiefs is in the AFC.
AFC.
I'm saying who gonna come out of the NFC? You got Philly, you got the Detroit Lions, and who just won last night against Minnesota? The Rams.
Philly.
You think Philly gonna come out of there?
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know,
thinking
man.
I'm thinking the Chiefs gonna win the whole thing.
You serious?
Yeah.
Nah, I think their time is up, man. I think the Chiefs' time is up. What do you think about Tyreek? Tyreek saying he want to leave Miami. That's your other team. You got about three
Yeah, I think
teams, Drex.
hey,
You like
listen,
Mace.
I think he need to I think he need to go, man.
No,
I
you
think he
like
do need to
Wallow.
go.
You got whatever team is in Florida is winning. That's the team you gonna go with. That's the team you gonna
But you
go
know
with,
what happened? All of them losing.
right? So and then cause then you might go with Dallas, cause that's your team. You got about four teams, Drex.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to figure out, man. You know what I mean? Dallas break my heart every year. So in Tampa, I was just hoping that they could, you know what I mean, they could get into the second or third round or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, I was hoping that the speed was going, you know what I'm saying, was gonna help them.
I
I
got
don't know.
somebody.
I think
I got somebody in the chat. Champ said, "Your country attacked my country in 1999. What you think
yeah,
about Novak Djokovic?" Answer: I don't even know. I don't even know what country you from.
I don't
Look
even
up.
know what he's talking. I
I
don't
don't
know
even
what
know
he's
what you're
talking.
talking about, man. We're not talking about nothing political here. We're not gonna talk
Yeah, I
about
don't
nothing
really.
political. So you probably got to go somewhere else with that. I
Yeah.
don't know how to answer. I don't even know who Novak is, man. Oh, Serbia. I don't know nothing about Serbia. Shout out to Serbia though. I don't know nothing
Yeah,
about.
shout out to
I don't.
Serbia, brother.
Shout out to Serbia, man. We know. Hey, what's the name for Serbia? What's the guy? Oh, the tennis player, the best tennis player ever. You know what? I gotta do my research on him because I like to be
Yeah, me
inclined with
too.
sports. I like to be abreast with sports. So
Did
yeah,
Djokovic.
yeah. Joker, the Joker is from there.
Yeah.
Who else is from Serbia?
I don't know, but that Joker is crazy.
We like to be educated here. Who else is Serbia? Name another major athlete from Serbia. Yo, you know what? I had a friend from Serbia, right? I had
Uh-huh.
a friend from Serbia, Drex. It's this kind of a sad story, but I'm gonna tell it anyways. So I was a counselor in the Bronx, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was this lady. She was mad cool. She was a therapist there, and she used to always come to my office. It was this one guy that she always would clash with. So she would come to my office and dump. You know what I'm saying? Just dump on me and be like, and we would laugh about it, right? So she had took a break. She was hilarious. And she used to wear African garbs. She was Serbian. She was Serbian. She was from Serbia, but she used to wear African garbs. Real cool. You know what I'm saying? The white humor, funny as hell. She took a leave for like 3 months, right? I ain't see her for like 3, 4 months. Why? They came and told me that this lady, like, she walked in the direction of the train and committed suicide, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that it blew my mind. I was just like, damn, no pun intended. I was like, damn, her family, she had a history of that in her family. We have found out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So her name was Miss Anna. Rest in peace to Miss Anna, man. It was, but she was a good person. That's the only Serbian person that I met in my life. But she was real good peoples. That was sad though, man. Real sad.
Yeah, that's a sad story. Oh,
Yeah, it was sad, but you got to raise awareness about suicide awareness. So it's anybody that's facing anything that you know get you some professional help, man. There's
man, I ain't
people
even
out there.
gonna lie. Yo, that's a whole topic of discussion right there. Just suicide awareness. You don't really know what a person is going through.
You
You,
don't.
you don't really know what a person is going through. And on the outside, people know how to put their face on, look good, feel, you know
hmm
what I'm saying, tell you they feel good, but they be going through some things, man. And
They be
like
depressed.
suicide, I just had a matter of fact, I just had a brother here. He you know, I ain't gonna get into his whole story because it's kind of personal. It was I guess some infidelity stuff going on or whatever. But the crazy thing is, you know, my wife had was riding by his house, going to take care of some business,
hmm
and she saw him outside that morning, just
hmm
pacing the yard.
hmm
And so, you can see someone looks kind of like they kind of in their own mind. So you keep going. Um, and then we found out that night that he had killed his lady, and he
hmm
killed himself. Know what I'm saying? And
That's
so
sad.
he was a very wealthy man. Know what I'm saying? Very, very wealthy. Lived in one of the more prominent areas here, like one of the most prominent areas here.
hmm
And he committed suicide, man. And it's like boom, people when they going through those moments, that's the most important time where you need someone to, you know what I'm saying, someone with some sense to talk to you.
Yeah, to really connect you. It's being a yo. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Being a counselor and just working in social services with kids and all different type of demographics I didn't work with, and it's for me, right? And that's why I work out a lot. I work out and I try to keep my mind just, you know, when people come to you and they they reveal to you that they having suicidal ideations, it's like it puts you in a place where not where you got to throw a cape on, but you really learn to listen,
That's
just be
right.
quiet and listen and let a person just dump. You just let them, you know what I'm saying? You let them decompress and say how they feel. And the thing that you have to know in those instances, you don't have to have the answers. You don't have to have an answer for that person. You get what I'm saying? Because you can empathize, but you can't really go in that person's mind and know what they're going through that's leading them to those suicidal ideations. You get what I'm saying? So it's important, for you to, if you ever in that situation, for you just to listen and not give feedback or not judge them. You get what I'm saying? Because you really know what's going on. Even if they tell you, you still really don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna tell you everything, but it's good to just be an ear. You get what I'm saying? Just be there for them and listen, man. That's what I learned through my experiences because I've experienced that a lot with people telling me that, and it's just like okay, and then you gotta, you know, it's a lot, man. So
Yeah,
anybody, I
and
I ain't want to take a turn for that, but I know mental health is rampant out there. You see it a lot. You see it in New York City a lot on the trains, in the train stations. You don't like Drake said. You never know what nobody's going through. People it's easily like people don't wear depression on them. People don't wear anxiety
nah,
on them. People don't
nah,
wear whatever they suffering, whatever type of people don't wear PTSD on them. You don't know
nope.
what somebody going through. So to me, my personal advice is just to always strive to be kind. I strive to be kind. I strive to lead with respect. That's very important today in today's society because we see, people just going through things and people think that they have to be combative and that's not always helpful in situations of conflict. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not taught conflict resolution. You think if your voice escalate or you get louder that's gonna you know decipher the problem and it really doesn't help sometimes. So just try to be kind to people. You know what I mean? That wasn't the topic, but I feel like that's something that we need to discuss always because you never know what somebody going through, and you never know if you could be a helping hand to somebody by just being a voice of reason or just listening.
That's a fact right there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. It's not many out there that will just listen. You know what I mean? Listening is important. I had
Yeah.
found out from a book called Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People,
Mm-hmm.
that a great listener is the one that's deemed a great conversationalist. Isn't that something? You,
Mm-hmm.
you so people will love talking to you because you listen, and sometimes you don't have to have, like you said, you don't have to have input. Or you don't have to try to strive to give them an intelligent, intellectual answer. Sometimes it's just, I feel you. I
Yep.
hear you.
I hear you.
I hear you. You know
I
what I'm
hear you.
saying? Because that might be the issue. You know what I'm saying? The issue might be they feel like nobody's listening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then when they come to you and they speaking, you listen, they get a chance to relinquish some of that stuff out of them where they don't go to the tipping point and be like, bang, you know what I mean?
Yo, I had experience a few weeks ago, and it was one of those. It was one of those situations where a person was just being combative, and I had to like stop in the moment and realize that like this person just wants some attention. A lot of times where I'm confronted with situations like that, it's where a person just want to be heard, right? And if you match the energy, how people like I'm gonna match your energy. That's not always good. It's not always conducive or healthy to you as a person. Like you can be in a teachable moment if you just be quiet and let that person say what but a lot of times, we all got egos. Everybody got feelings. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times people feel the need to respond back with aggression or transgress in a way where the other person has to be a little bit more. You get what I'm saying? And then that's how conflict happens. So I've been, even though I'm trained in conflict resolutions, sometimes it get the best of me, and I gotta take deep breaths and be like, okay, you get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm listening, I hear you, and then I walk away like, okay, all right, you get what I'm saying? Like, and this is just like everyday thing when you work in social services that you just learn. And sometimes people just come talk to me, and I'll be like, why is this person want to tell me their life story? Why
Yeah.
why am I selected as the person that I just look like a person that, hey, I'm going to tell him my life story. He gonna listen to me. I be getting the Ubers, and I just be like, how you doing? And a whole dialogue will start, and this person to tell me at the end, thank you. And I'll be like, wow. Like you don't even know what you did by asking me how I was doing. So
Facts,
sometimes
you
I
have
get in
no
there.
idea. They might have decided after I drop this man off, I'm gonna just go over the bridge. I'm tired.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I mean? Like you just really never know who
Yeah,
you dealing with. You know
that's
what
true
I'm
too.
talking about?
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too. So we gonna sway a little. So I know you've been working on some things. I want to give you a chance because y'all gonna see Drex on here a lot with me. This is like our third live, I think. Y'all gonna see Drex on here a lot with me. So I want him to be able to plug himself so y'all can follow what he doing. Drex is an artist that I don't know if y'all know the backstory. Me and Drex met probably like four, no, like
Nah,
it's
five.
just
Like
like
five,
seven,
bro.
no,
Let
seven.
me see.
We met
18, 19.
2018. 18.
Yeah.
18. 7 years ago, we met in the Rough Rider studio. Drex was an artist. He came up there with some guy. I forget his name right now. What's the brother name?
Sonny Lee.
Sonny Lee. He come to the Sonny Lee. His mother was promoting a movie. What's her name? I don't remember her
Deja
name.
Vu.
Deja Vu. She was promoting the movie, and Drex was just tagging along. But I think Drex was prepared. I came at Drex. I told him like,
Yo,
"Yo,
let me. Yeah,
big
yeah.
niggas is usually whack."
First off, first off, you know,
Oh yeah, we gotta rewind that a little bit.
I was told by Todd, he LL Cool J bodyguard and shit like that. He met me at the hotel, and he told me, he said, "Man, you going to Rough Riders?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You talking about?" I said, "In Yonkers." He said, "Yo, man, it's rough out there." Blah 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 blah. He was like, "Yo, L don't even go there." So I said, "Okay." So you know what I'm saying, I'm already like, damn boy, where I'm at. So when I walk in there, I'm looking around, and then all of a sudden you walk in, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's him right there. I told my people, I said, that's you got to watch this one right here, because you know he walk in, he don't really give nobody no eye contact, no nothing. And then I had some Henny privilege, remember?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And you was like, yo, let me get some of that. I'm like, all right, yeah.
I was
You
like,
know
"That's
what I mean?
yours. Let me get."
Yeah, 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 yeah. I need a shot of that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
let me get a
yeah.
shot of that, champ.
Yeah, but
That's
all in
you.
all, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got challenged when I walked in. He said, "Oh, you rap too?" You know, me being a big dude. He said, "Man, normally big niggas be whack." You know what I mean? So, we did the freestyle, and I did what I had to do, and that was it. But I ain't talked to you for about like 8 months later though. After that, I think you
That
would,
was two. You ain't talked to me till like 2 years later.
well,
Probably like 19 or 20. Was it 19?
might have been
19
19,
probably.
the end of 19, because you did a freestyle.
Oh yeah. It was no. You know what? It was probably during COVID time because that's when I started rapping. It was like 2020. So it's probably like a year and a half, 2 years later. I was doing a freestyle and then you hit me up, right?
Yeah.
You hit me up and asked me to do cause you didn't know that I rap. And you hit me up and asked me to do a feature. And I did the feature, and then you said before you put that out, I think he was challenging me. He said, before you put that out, like, I want you to have a single just in case, you know what I'm saying, your thing get the rolling. And then, he gave me, he educated me. Like, he made me want to present myself again as far as doing music wise. Like, he gave me something that always made me think. He's like, yo, oh, you don't want to die with all that wisdom. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I know I possess a lot of wisdom, and I
Yeah.
like giving back. I like giving. That's why I work in social services, because I like giving. I like giving back. But yeah, that's how we met. We did a project, the good, the bad, the righteous with my son. Right after that, Drex had a couple projects that he want to tell y'all about them before we get off here. He want to tell y'all about whatever projects he got going, whatever he got going, so y'all can follow him and support him as an artist.
Yeah,
Go
man,
ahead,
I
Drex.
got the Oath 2.0 and the Oath 3.0. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They all on, well, the Oath 2, the first Oath is on every platform. Um the Oath 2.0 and 3.0 is on my Bandcamp, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
which is a site that artists could go to and create their own streaming service. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? If you subscribe to the VIP membership, then you get all the music free videos and everything like that.
Okay.
So, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it is. Drex444 on Instagram, uh Drex 1030 on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, man. You know what I mean?
Anything else? Anything else you wanted to discuss? I know you did a video the other day with Prescott.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, it was like 20 degrees.
Right.
It was so cold, man. We did a joint called Used to It.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that video couple nights ago, about 3 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's gonna be coming out in like three days. I'll have the link for you and stuff like that.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna promote that, man. We'll get some more. But before we had got on, I wanted to say this before we got on. So y'all people, link with us tomorrow. We're gonna do a live tomorrow. I seen Cam and Elliot Wilson doing a debate, and Stat Baby was hosting it. His co-host from It Is What It Is. So me and Dress gonna absorb that, and we're gonna come back tomorrow so we can discuss that and many more topics. If y'all want something for us to discuss, man, put it in the chat. The people that tuned in, it's only a couple people. We usually get more interactions. I hope y'all continue to support the Old Pressure Point podcast. I got some guests coming up this week. I got be on the lookout for this Vado. We about to roll out the Oskino whole interview real soon. Shout out to Landside. Shout out to Nino. Shout out to all my supporters out there. Keep supporting us. My channel was growing organically. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And salute. Anything else, Drex?
That's it right there, man.
All right, we off this, man. Peace and love.
All right.